Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with a video today on how you can make your own home potting soil on the cheap uh, by not spending too much money. And in my situation, the only thing I spent money for is this bag of horticultural perlite, and this was from Lowe's, not a sponsor. There's the part number if you want to get the same thing. And basically all what this is just these little white granules, okay? And I don't know exactly how they make them, but it reminds me of just like what do you call it? Foam, like threaded foam. And so some of the ingredients you're gonna need, you don't have to have all of them, obviously. Whatever you have on hand will work, but I just so happen to have a couple of different things. And so start off over here. This is ash, burnt ash from what do you call it? From yard waste that I have that dried up. I have a outdoor what do you call it? Grill slash fire pit, if you will, and I burn it there right now. Eventually, I'm going to finish the fire pit, make it real nice and everything. But that's going to be a different video. And I also have some homemade compost. And this compost was made using grass clippings, leaves that I raked in the yard that I shredded, and some like vegetable scraps. Okay, any kind of vegetable scraps. And you put that in your compost pile. You turn it once a week. Make sure it stays moist, so that the microbes can get in there and do their thing. Plus, worms can crawl up in there and do their thing by breaking it down. Some other bugs as well. They all chip in to make organic compost. And this one here, it's like in a rough state, meaning that it's not sifted. So if you wanted to, you could take this right here, sift it, and then you would get more fine composting. But I left like the chunks in there as well. There's some pieces of twigs and bigger pieces of leaves, because that way it helps to aerate the soil as well. Okay, but as you can see, like I said, this is some good stuff right there, and that looks like regular dirt that you would find like in a place like in the forest or where there's a bunch of trees. And as far as smell, no smell whatsoever. And if anything, it would smell like an earthy smell to it. But yeah, that's the good stuff right there. That's gold. All right. The next thing, this I also bought, and this is coconut coir. Okay, they come in bricks or blocks, and let me show you real quick how I got it. All right, so on this box right here, you can see it's Cocoa Bliss. That's who I got it from on Amazon. Coconut coir pith, and I think it comes with 10. Yep, 10 pieces and 10 bricks. And what you do is you put it in a bucket like the one that I have, that red, free Harbor Freight bucket. And then they say to put warm water in it, like cover it. When the brick is sitting down, just cover it with water, warm water. I guess that activates it. And I usually put probably to one brick, I'll put about half a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon of water. And one brick made almost half a bucket. And so this is a 5-gallon bucket. So half would be like 2.5 gallons worth of material. That's just one brick. And you can see it's nice and crumbly, okay? And that's going to be another part of the ingredient. Now, as far as the ratio, I do it by eye. I don't have an exact measurement. I'll just put some on there, mix it all up, see what it looks like, and then if I need to add a little of this and that, I'll just keep doing that. Also, this is my reusable soil, okay? Meaning that this stuff came from these planters, or those pots, these black pots over here that I had. And those came from pineapple plants like this one that I'm gonna reset again. And basically meaning that I chopped off all the leaves from the plants that I already picked the fruit from, and then took the stalk, because if it wasn't growing a sucker like this one, I just took it out, dumped it in it. You can see I have a container there full of them. And then I take the dirt that's left over here, dump it in here, break it all up, take out the roots that are in there, as you know, as good as you can. You don't have to do it 100%, but as long as you don't have, you know, too much roots in there, you should be good, because those roots will also help to aerate the soil. And this soil here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's very sandy, because I live in Florida, Central Florida to be exact, and we have very sandy soil here. Okay, so you need to amend the soil, especially if you're going to grow certain types of fruits and vegetables, plants, trees. Some trees are native, so they do very well no matter what the soil looks like. But yeah, so we have very sandy soil, so you have to amend it, and that's the reason why I'm making my own topsoil, so that with the mix of everything, it's going to give the plants such a boost to go ahead and, you know, grow fast and provide them all the nutrients they need. Because the ash, for example, that provides magnesium. The perlite, I think, has got the calcium in it. Of course, the organic compost has got the hydrogen from everything else. This right here has its own nutrients from everything. The coconut coir has it also. And this is the last thing I use. This is the cut up grass that is already dried that I save. I save all my cut grass. I don't send it back to the landfill, because I use this as not mulch, but I use it to put it on the pots once I set up the plant at the very top, to help keep in the moisture. So it's mostly like a moisture barrier. And let me show you here, because I've already done 2 of the pineapple plants that I replanted. Well, that I repurposed, meaning that I picked the fruit, took the crown, stripped off the bottom leaves of the crown, put it in a cup of rainwater that I also harvest. In about 2 weeks, you start to get roots to form. And once the roots are about, you know, an inch and a half long, then you can go ahead and transplant it to a nice pot like this one. As you can see, I already done the other 2 there. And this is what I was talking about. See how I got the grass in here? And this one, same thing. Yeah, that sows, like I said, when you water it, helps retain that moisture for much longer periods. Also, I also have a system like this one that I think these called bubble waterers or something, where all you need is a regular 20-ounce water bottle, soda bottle, whatever, and then this little valve system right here you can get from Amazon as well, and I'll put the link in the description below as well. And what this does is that you can set the drip rate on that little valve for however many drops per minute, and then it'll keep watering this little by little. So in case you have to go away and you don't have time to water these plants when you first transplant them, you know, because within the first couple of weeks you want to water them every other day or so, especially now that we're still in summer here in Florida and it's really hot. You want to make sure that they get enough water to give them a good head start. Okay, so yeah, that little system will help. Of course, if we get rain, then you don't have to worry about it. The bottom of the pots, every pot that I have has got a hole in it for drainage. One thing you don't want to do is get root rot if you get too much water in your pots. And those little plants that I just transplanted will look like this in about 9 months to a year. You'll see a big old plant like this one, that one, that one, and 6 months later you'll see a flower coming out the middle, and then you'll start getting your beautiful pineapple fruit. Okay, and I'm going to mix my potting soil in this big tub. This is actually a cement mixing tub. As you can see, it's pretty big. It's nice because that way you can put all the ingredients in. If I wanted to, I can put, like, let's say a third of this one here, a third of the other one, and a third of the other one. That will technically be my ratio, if you will. And then just take my little spade right there, and then go ahead and mix it up, and then see what it looks like, and then look for the consistency. Like with the perlite, like I said, you just want to see the granules. You can kind of see them over here already. This was part of the one that I did yesterday for those 2 plants over there. But yeah, just go ahead and mix it like that and save it. And then the leftover, I'm gonna put in this little gardening bag. I think this is a 15-gallon gardening bag, and it's made so that you can put, you know, your soil in there, and you can grow stuff like sweet potatoes, whatever. And then when it's time to harvest, there's a little flap door right there you can open to grab the, you know, potatoes, or you can just dump it out. But I'm just going to use this to put all the extra topsoil that I end up having after I use those pots there to transfer this little guy that's already overgrowing this little pot. And then I have 2 more in here that I'm going to be doing. See, and this is what I was talking about before. You put them in the rainwater. You can see the level of the water was right here when I started. See the line? And then it just sucked it all up. And then you see the roots. That's what I was talking about right there. And I like to use the clear cups because allows me to see the roots. Here's another one that I need to get in there as well. I got some guava seeds I'm going to be trying to plant, and I'm possibly going to even use this old blue recycling tote because it's cracked and no good. I'm just probably going to fill it up with some stuff because it's huge. It gave me plenty of spaces to like start some plants like my little guava. And I got papaya seeds too that I want to try and grow a tree because I haven't had one in a long time. But anyway, guys, this is how you can do it. And if you like this instructional video, please give me a like, give me a follow as well. And if you do that, make sure to hit the notification button and check all so that you'll be notified for all the videos that I upload to my channel. Alright, as always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.